just about ready to roll. And today on the hill, Tanner Bibee. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win. And I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Okay, all set to go. Now it's the DH, Edouard Julien. That one outside, and we're underway. That one fouled off. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. That one missed. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Byron Buxton. Right down to shoot, strike 1. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. 1 out, bases empty. Foul ball there. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. Looks pretty tough to start this one. Punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Carlos Correa at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one. Yo 1. Late with the swing there.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out this side in the first. Twins don't score. Guardians coming to bat. You're dialed into the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Louis Varland.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Bottom of the first. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. Just missed. That's in there. And the count even 1-1. That's down and in. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Bader puts it away for the out. 1 away. Let's take a look at our lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Gabriel Arias now at the plate. Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Batting third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
2 down, bases empty. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
That looked like a case of deciding to swing no matter what. That pitch was way up. Nice job of the pitcher knowing that this hitter's looking for something up that he can drive, but he just expanded the zone to his advantage.
2 outs. That catches the outside corner. And the count 1-2.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
On the ground. Sneaks through. Base hit.
Batting fourth. Designated
So 2
hitter,
down.
Kyle
Next is the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo. And first offering is fouled off. Check on the runner, and he's back in easily. Ramirez off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
0-2.
Just missing there. Going to count 1-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. 1 left for the Guardians. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Trevor Larnach.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Bibee back to work. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball and a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Martinez pulls it down. 1 down.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Ty
And now here is Ty France.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
First pitch misses. No score here in the second. Next offering is fouled back. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. This to center field. And it falls. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting sixth, third baseman,
Jonah Bride, the next twin up to hit. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Top of the zone for a called strike. The 0-1. And there's a ball. Man at first, 1 away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. one missed. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Brooks Lee, the next Twin up to hit. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Boog, the runner at first, needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
That one's in there, and the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Boots it. Still fires to first. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for Minnesota. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Cleveland. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
A little tardy on that fastball. He's going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And misses inside.
1-2.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And up next for Cleveland, Jhonkensy Noel. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. 2 away now.
Batting seventh, second baseman, Daniel
Schneemann digs in now.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that drops foul. 2 out, space is empty. And down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Guardians fail to score. We'll move to the third with no score. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting started. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Harrison Bader. Bader, guy who played his college ball at the University of Florida. From the New York area, went to Horace Mann High School. Fouled off down the right side.
No. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swinging a foul straight back. the mark there, and the count is filled up. Popped up, middle of the diamond. Arias. One up, one down.
Batting ninth, catcher Christian Vasquez.
And now it's Christian Vasquez. Vasquez, in his 11th season, hitting ninth in today's lineup. And he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2008. One down, base is empty.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Top of the third, no score. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one the other way. Nice grab. And next is the designated hitter, Edouard Julien. Struck out swinging his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off. In the air, left field, down the line, and it drops in. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting.
Now it's going to be
fielder,
Byron Buxton. Struck out swinging his first time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that is out of play. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Drops into the glove, and that is that. One hit, one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No score. Back now at Progressive Field. And now the catcher comes up to him. Bo Naylor. First pitch, and he just misses. Center field. Buxton has this one sized up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Batting ninth, center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Angel Martinez. Ball one there. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Martinez at first, one gone. Pickoff throw.
He's safe.
At the belt and fires. That one off the mark, and that's ball one.
1-1.
to the mound. It hit him. And they tag him out.
Up next for the Guardians.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So up next, Gabriel Arias. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Guardians leave 1. Still no score. And we're back. Now Correa up to hit.
Shortstop.
One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad.
Well, these Twins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Here's Trevor Larnach.
Right fielder.
Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that drops in for a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Outside, and it's 1-1.
Ball. 2-1.
Fourth inning underway, no score. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Now batting. First
Next to
baseman,
hit, Ty
Tom
France. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Throw on to Santana. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Twins are set down 1-2-3. And we are still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And a foul ball. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Bader hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Kyle Manzardo will hit next.
Manzardo.
He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Buxton sizing it up. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Guardians, first baseman,
And now the first baseman,
Carlos
Carlos Santana. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Pitch is in there. Strike one. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That
One
one
ball,
not
one
close. And it's a ball and a strike. And there's a ball.
That's a
That's a
ball.
good pitch there. Really had some
2 balls,
run and
1
finished
strike.
a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fouls one off. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. And it remains 2-2. And that one is inside. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're headed to the 5th. We're tied 0-0. Back here in Cleveland,
Leading off
top
for
5,
Minnesota,
John Sciambi with
third
Chris
baseman,
Singleton.
Jonah
And leading it
Bride.
off, Jonah Bride. Bibee back to work. Fought off foul.
Well, these Twins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And that's downstairs. 1-2 to count. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit.
Well, a swing like that
Now
can
batting,
help you come
second
out of the
baseman,
struggle. We
Brooks
saw the
Lee.
numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Go ahead run on base. Now it's the second baseman, Brooks Lee. Just missed. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes out to center. Martinez hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder, Harrison Bader.
And now Bader up to the plate. First time up was a pop out. Swing and a foul out of play. Bride, the base runner at first with one out. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Oh, and 2 now. Breaking ball, and that got him. He had 2 strikes on him,
Now
and he hit
batting,
him.
catcher.
So here's Christian Vasquez. 0 for 1 so far.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
That one hit to right. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And next for Minnesota, Edouard Julien, 1 for 2. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The 0-1. Hammered. Could be extra bases. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 2-0. A 2-run double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. At the plate, Byron Buxton, 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed. The 1-0. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Activity in the bullpen. Number 27 appears to be getting loose. Ortiz, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Check swing. Now to look down to first. And James Kingsley says he won around. And a 1-2. In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two on, 1 out. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Well, now here's Carlos Correa with a chance to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. And we're at the top of the 5th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Pitch misses there. 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kwan under this one. Brings it in. And that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Here in Cleveland, now at the plate, Jhonkensy Noel.
Jhonkensy Noel.
And that one is downstairs. Ball 1.
You know, these Guardians just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And the next pitch is way outside. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one missed.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Now batting.
Here's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. He was a strikeout victim his first time. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. The Guardians trailing by 2, last half of inning number 5. And that one fouled off. Inside, almost got him. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2 and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Bo Naylor at the plate now. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played. A good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
That one hammered but pulled foul. That just misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one high in the air to left center. Makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez getting ready to hit. In there for strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That one fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for the Guardians. They're still down. It's 2-0. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 27, ready to make his season debut.
Number 27.
Trevor Larnach
Leading
now
off
at the plate.
Twins, right fielder Trevor Larnach.
High in the air, out to right. And a quick out, number 1.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. France stands in now and watches strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Cade Smith up and throwing. Allard getting cranked up as well.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me.
Here's the 0-2. Ball one there.
1 and 2.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Hit on the ground to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw won't get there in time, and they don't get an out on the play.
Now batting, third baseman, Jonah Bride.
Man at first with one gone. Jonah Bride, the next twin up to hit. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and no swing, says James Kingsley. France leads off first with one away. In for a strike, and now it's even 1-1.
Nope, that's low.
And a foul ball. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Yeah, the batter now, Brooks Lee.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Lee, 24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2022. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Out number 3. So one hit is all they get. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Twins 2 and the Guardians nothing. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bailey Ober.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
So the lineup flips
Lead off
over.
for the Guardians.
Stephen Kwan
Left
digs
fielder,
in for the Guardians.
Stephen Kwan.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3. Oh, 0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
The 1-2. Ouch, that one drilled him. Still able to get it there in time. He keeps his composure and they get the out. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see it favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
So digging in, Gabriel Arias has grounded out a couple of times. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the third inning. Now it's Jose Ramirez. He is singled and he is flied to left.
Fastball is outside.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
In for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Runner on the move. And a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out line and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Bailey over. Won't go any further tonight. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
Danny
Minnesota.
Coulombe gets the call from the
Number
pen.
54.
Still a lot of game left,
Danny
and
Coulombe.
this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. Hard liner. Dives and makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, just a great effort out there to track that one down and bring it in on the dive. Awesome effort to get at least one out. Yeah, a run comes across to score as he tagged from third, but it could have easily been a lot worse if that ball drops.
So up next, Carlos Santana. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner takes off. There's a ball. And safe. It's a stolen base. With the tying run at second here in the bottom of the 6th. That one fouled off. 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Squirts away a little bit. Runner holds, and it's a full count. Jhonkensy Noel in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Grounds one to short. Correa zips it to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. 7th inning coming up. It's the Twins 2 and the Guardians 1. Back now at Progressive Field. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the left fielder, Harrison Bader. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
In there at the knees, and the count 1-1. Next offering is fouled back. Stays alive. just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses to first. Bader is out.
Now batting, catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Christian Vasquez, the hitter. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Inside, just missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Got him. Larry Buller brings him up.
Now batting,
Edouard Julien, the next twin up to hit. And that's in there for strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
That missed by a lot. And it's 1-2. Just off the inside edge.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Squeezes it, and that is that. So they make short work of them there. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Twins 2 and the Guardians 1.
Now pitching for
We're
Minnesota.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the 7th.
22.
Griffin Jax. He's
Jax.
pitching on 2 days rest. And now Jhonkensy Noel.
Right
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with 1 swing here.
Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
With the tying run on at first, here the bottom of the 7th. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Justin Topa warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Stewart getting loose as well. The 1-1. And that one upstairs. Next pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
First and second, no outs. And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. Right through there for a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough.
Correa touches the bag for 1, and that's 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. Gets him to chase after that one. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. The tying run is 90 feet away. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
No ball. See straight.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Now pitching
Welcome
for the
back,
Guardians.
and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Number
Hunter
33.
Gaddis.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the
Leading
game.
off for Minnesota.
And now
Center fielder,
Byron Buxton.
0 for 3 in this one.
Outside low, and that's ball 1. Swinging a foul straight back. Just missed.
2 ball. 1 strike.
That misses the zone. Now 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think
Now
about.
batting, shortstop.
And here comes
Correa.
Carlos Correa. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. First offering, and it just misses. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Cade Smith, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Cantillo warming up as well. Next offering is in for a strike. And a strike in there.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Stepping in, Trevor Larnach. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. that's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Move to first. Got him looking for the strikeout. Froze him with a backdoor slider.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Throw over to first. Buxton back in there. France in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is foul back. Buxton leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And that's too high. Here's a high chopper. He'll do it himself. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang, play to end the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1, but they still lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for
Back
Minnesota.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Brock Stewart. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Stephen Kwan digs in now. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
There's a strike at the knees. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2. Looking to get the tying run on base. Just misses there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Got him. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning.
Now
Down
batting,
1. Any
shortstop,
leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Now it's the shortstop, Gabriel Arias. 1 for 3. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that drops in for a strike.
1-1. That's the ball. 2-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
One down, base is empty. And now it's filled up.
That's a really good take.
Jose Ramirez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that one popped to short. Correa is there. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose.
Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Known for his late inning heroics. And there's a foul ball. And a sweeper misses for a ball.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And there's a ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Two outs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Buxton makes the grab, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Through 8 full, it's the Twins 2 and the Guardians 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Cade Smith.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Cade Smith.
Well, 1-run game, and now for the Twins, Jonah Bride. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Action in the pen down there. Colby Allard, the left-hander, up and throwing. That one catches the zone, and it's 1-1.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Strike 2. And they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Smith, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Line drive, and it goes just foul.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail. And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Now batting, left fielder, Harrison
Two
Bader.
outs, base is empty. So here's Bader now.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that one fouled off. swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that'll get down for a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for Minnesota, catcher Christian Vasquez.
Here's Christian Vasquez. And first offering is fouled off. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Check swing, called strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that's down and away. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. That one just misses.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Right side. Schneemann throws to first, and the inning is over. One left for Minnesota as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Yohan Duran.
Now this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the one-run game better than a comfortable 3-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
Now it's the Guardians DH, Kyle Manzardo.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
And that misses. Ball 1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touched it.
And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, first baseman.
He's 2 outs away. Carlos Santana, the next to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And fouled off. Trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Curve in the dirt. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Buxton makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, right fielder John Kenzie.
So they're down to their final out. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jhonkensy Noel. First pitch misses. And that's through there for a strike. And a count 1-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
1 strike away. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton, the next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.